Does your child engage in aggression? Do they hit people, kick, spit, punch, scratch, push, shove, anything physical that causes harm to another person? I am here to teach you 3 simple steps to address this aggression so that over time you see it decrease and hopefully completely go away. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Melissa. I'm a board-certified behavior analyst. I'm trained in crisis management. I've helped hundreds of families over the years who have been in situations just like yours, going from survival mode to finally living a life of fulfillment and happiness. I also love to teach future professionals at the collegiate level. I help to volunteer for the Behavior Analyst Certification Board, and I really, really have a passion for all of these things. So I'm so glad that you're here listening to this video. We're gonna go over 3 steps to take to address aggression in your child, okay? So please grab a pen and paper. There is gonna be a lot of information here. Okay, there's a model. It's called Prevent, Teach, Reinforce, PTR. There's a lot of research out there that shows that when you are addressing and targeting one simple problem, then you have to have a treatment plan for it. It's not just when it happens, here's what we're gonna do. No, we're going to methodically think this out. We're gonna try to figure out why the behaviors are happening and come up with a solid plan for it, and then consistently implement that plan, okay? Ideally, you'll already be working with a behavior therapist who has already figured out why the behaviors are happening. There could be a multitude of reasons. It could be, at the same time, more than one reason, right? It might not just be because of one simple thing, but we'll get to that point. I'm gonna go through first about how you can prevent aggression, okay? So when preventing aggression, what I want you to do is think about in what situations do these behaviors usually happen. So if it's whenever your kids are playing together, like, or if you take them to a playground around strangers and you notice that there's some aggression towards other kids at the park, or if aggression usually happens during routines, like you're trying to get them ready for bedtime or get them ready for school. Maybe it's whenever you tell them to do something, right? Or whenever they are transitioning between activities or locations. So I want you to think, when does aggression happen? And as far as preventing, I want you to think 2 or 3 steps ahead. And here's how I want you to do it. So preventing, I want you to approach the person regardless of their age, okay? If they cannot talk to you, that is okay. I still want you to talk to them. I want you to talk to them as if they are going to talk back and understanding, because most of the time they do understand. And if they don't understand everything you're saying, they're gonna understand a little bit of it, okay? This is all about repetition. So to prevent, I want you to approach the person when they're calm, in a good mood, not super distracted. And I want you to get on their level. You don't have to get super close. Don't be intimidating, of course. Be just open, vulnerable, calm tone of voice. And I want you to look them in the eyes, and I want you to say, we're going to have a safe body when we go XYZ, or when mommy tells you it's time to XYZ, or when you are playing with friends, whatever the situation. I want you to tell them, okay, you're gonna have a safe body, okay, safe. And then I want you to expand on that a little bit. So you're gonna have a safe body. Your hands are going to be together when you walk, okay? Or you're going to have safe feet because we're going to walk to the car. Visuals are always super helpful, and it's fun, and it kind of gets them to click and pay attention to you, but also remember some things. Ideally, if you have visual supports, which I'm happy to put onto my channel so that you may download these and use them. But little picture cards that kind of explain a little bit more, especially to our nonverbal individuals. Pictures are super duper helpful. But regardless of the person, I want you to tell them, here is what I expect of you. You are not going to hit, kick, punch, whatever. Instead, you're gonna have a safe body, okay? Now, as they're having a safe body, right, I want you to give them this transition warning, or like this rule, maybe 5-ish, 10 minutes before you're gonna actually give the directive, because at this point they should be calm, they should be content, so you're able to give some positive attention before that thing pops up that they don't really enjoy, that negative experience that's gonna evoke the aggression, because there's been that aggression in the past when you've asked them to do this thing. So what happens is, you're first in this 3-step process of prevent, teach, reinforce, you're preventing by explaining to them what you want them to do, and then you're giving yourself some buffer time, about 5 to 10 minutes, to get on their positive side, right? You're going to give them behavior specific praise, like, hey dude, thank you for sitting with such a calm body right now, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Or, wow, look at those safe hands, thank you for giving me a nice high five, or for keeping them in your lap. So behavior specific praise means that you're not just saying good job, you're telling them good job doing what exactly, okay? So with prevention, you are telling them what you want them to do ahead of time. Now, next step, number 2, is teach. So what's gonna happen is, when it's time for you to give that directive, it's time to go brush your teeth, or it's time to get in the car and put your shoes on, or hey, we pulled up to the park, it's time to go play. You're going to teach. Now you're gonna do this by being close to the person. You're not gonna be on top of them, you're not gonna be holding them necessarily. It really is gonna be individualized, and you'll kind of get a feel as to what your child needs. But in the moment, when you know that that thing is going to trigger them to engage in aggression, I want you to tell them again, show me safe hands, and show them with your body. And if they need support, I want you to clasp their hands, put them together, nice safe hands. Or if it's walking feet, I want you to walk next to them, or even maybe a little bit behind them, so that if they are about to kick, you're behind them, okay? So this is something to protect you, but also guide them, so that you can take a step back, because it's gonna require them to turn around and kick forward, right? Or they might be a ninja and kick backward, but you can still anticipate it's gonna come, create that distance between yourself. But you're going to teach by guiding them of what to do. Now, if they engage in aggression, I don't want you giving a big reaction. Ow! Right? That's like, whoa. When we do things like that, it's because we want there to be a shock value, but the truth of it is, your child has a history of engaging in aggression, and so they already know what to expect, and they might even like that you're reacting that way. It's hard to hear it, but that's a function of attention, right? If they are kicking you because in the moment, yeah, you know, they probably don't want to go do what they're doing, but hey, let me get a little rise out of mom or my caregiver, whoever you are to this person, they're gonna do it, because that's how kids are sometimes, especially individuals with disabilities. So please limit your reactions, stay calm, keep your cool, and remember, you're gonna practice this and you're gonna think 2 steps ahead. So you're already gonna tell yourself, I think that he's about to kick me, or he's gonna try to pinch me right now. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna take a step back and I'm gonna prompt those safe hands, right? So you're thinking 2 steps ahead. So you're teaching in these moments, and you are guiding your child to what you want them to do, and they are not gonna get out of it, okay, by having this aggression. You're going to teach them what to do, and then you're gonna reinforce. That is step number 3 of the prevent, teach, reinforce model. Reinforce. We've got behavior specific praise. I love the way that you're walking so nicely. Thank you so much. Even if they're squirming, trying to engage in aggression, guide them to what you want them to do. Give that praise as if they are engaging in that behavior. And then a lot of the times we have an additional secondary reinforcer that might assist a child or a person to want to engage in that behavior more. Sometimes it's a little treat. It could be their favorite piece of fruit. It could be a little candy, something that's feasible, something little, something that I like to give a lot of the time because it gives that little shock. It's like Pop Rocks, if you guys ever remember those. You can find them on Amazon, but also some stores still sell them. But those are really fun and exciting things that, like, in the moment, a person's like, oh, what was that? Something popped in my mouth. That was so cool. So it gets them to understand and have it click that when I engage in this behavior that this person is teaching me, I'm going to get this awesome, exciting thing. Maybe this candy, maybe this treat, definitely praise, maybe tickles, depending on the age. Typically, I suggest tickles for like a child who is in kindergarten or younger because it's age appropriate. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Everybody likes tickles for the most part. If they're older, I don't recommend just because it's not age appropriate and we want less and less people to be touching an individual at that age. Teaching safety skills. I'm kind of going off on a tangent at this point. But the point I'm making is you're going to reinforce the behaviors. I'll teach you guys in another video about a token economy, but this is a good time as well to give a token reinforcer, or a lot of times it's like a sticker or something on a chart, like a rewards chart, right? And so if you get X amount of stickers or check marks or smiley faces, then you get this bigger, greater reward. So during these times that you're reinforcing, you can also give a token, okay? So once again, to recap, to address aggression, I would like for you to implement the prevent, teach, reinforce model. You're going to prevent the behavior by telling them exactly what you want them to do about 5 to 10 minutes beforehand. You're going to use visuals, you're going to model it, you're going to, make it super duper exciting, and it's going to be easy for them to do. This is going to be a piece of cake, okay? So this is about 5 to 10 minutes before. You're going to prevent. In the moment, you're going to teach. You're going to guide them to what you want them to do. To prevent the aggression, you're going to try to maneuver your body in a position to limit aggression towards yourself. You're going to guide them to where they want to go. You want them to go, my apologies. And you're going to then reinforce. Give them something that they want immediately. Please do not wait minutes later. That time component is so super duper important, especially for our individuals who cognitively are not as high and who need that one-to-one reinforcement or that simple cause and effect. When I do this, immediately that happens, okay? And we are able to give that cause effect by giving them something enjoyable, okay? Maybe it's even playing a song that they like. You press play the moment that they are following your directive, even if you are prompting them to do it. A lot of our individuals are not at a place that they're independently doing the things we want them to do. You're gonna have to prompt it to teach, okay? Prevent, teach, reinforce. I hope that this video was super duper exciting. Thank you so much for listening. Subscribe, please.